are you supposed to tell if he's a mistake or if he's the one? When they have mastered the art of pretending to care just to break your heart for fun, I swear I'm done. I'm done filling up tanks that have no problem with leaving me empty. And as bad as I want to be in love right now, I ain't got another heartbreak left in me. I'm sure all the ladies can relate. How many of us are the type of women that men learn to love too late? Because when they have us in their care, it's like they never seem to know how to act. And when she don't give a fuck no more, that's when they begging for you back.
Welcome back to the channel. I want to talk about how we are decentering these toxic relationships. And mainly we have to put ourselves first, because I can't stand how it feels when I'm stressed out, when my anxiety is up, I'm sweating, you're sneaking through somebody's phone, your stomach's in a knot. It's ridiculous the things that we go through repeatedly, the stressors, the triggers, looking for a solution on how to tame a man that doesn't want to be tamed. Like, it's almost like trying to train a lion to be a house cat. You cannot domesticate a lion. And a lot of modern men are telling us that they want to be free on the range. They want to be outside, be let off the leash. So why is it our duty to force people to do things they naturally don't want to do? A lot of women don't even know why we have this innate ability to just marry and, a lot of it comes from our pick-me culture, our pick-me upbringing. We're not even aware of it. A lot of us don't even know that we are the children of side chicks. And it's toxic. We think that we're getting a good point of view of how to interact with men, and we don't realize that we've been observing chase after love and chase after being learned helplessness. We learned how to be helpless. We've learned to depend on people. And it's almost like when you have a dog and he's on a chain and then you take him off the chain and he still stays in his confines. It's almost like the same that's happening now, because in past generations, women were, they couldn't have bank accounts, they couldn't own homes. And now we're in, the 21st century, and we can own homes, we can own land, property. You have women who are almost millionaires just from their YouTube channels. Like, they literally just put on makeup, do their hair, and they're making money off of it. And you could watch these women. They're role models. They show you how to glow up, how to live your best life. And not once do you see a man in the picture. They're not showing you how to be a Jezebel and how to, be a gold digger. And they're not telling you how to be a guy's side chick. So a lot of us are breaking generational curses and we don't even know it. This pick-me phenomenon is very toxic in the modern dating pool, because look, y'all, I don't have forever. Okay, we're already halfway through our lives, and a lot of us who watch this channel, you're already midlife, okay? So how much more do you need to see before you realize, okay, men and women, they have a problem, they're not going to hook up? When you see a guy and a girl together now, you can guarantee that they're not the father or mother of each other's children. So the trend is to have kids by somebody and then marry another person. And men have welcomed this trend because they've taken advantage of women all over the world. We see how women have been abused by patriarchy. I would like to say, oh, it's just an American thing, or it's even a people of color thing. But if you look back when the Asians, and they had to bind their feet, if you go back in time where, in the Middle Eastern, and how they had all these laws, they would stone you if they found out that you were sleeping with somebody and you weren't married. So this goes beyond Western culture. In fact, our culture has the most opportunity for women. And the men are crying and complaining, talking about some passport bros. But then you go over there and it's like, well, you're getting a woman that you didn't help make. You know what I'm saying? When you guys abandon your children in America, and when you go and do it, sleep with all these women and don't pay child support, or you're living at home till you're 45 years old off of mama on her couch, and then you talking about you want a traditional woman. Well, you're not a traditional man. And I once said to somebody who was defending the passport bros, I'm like, well, You can't have those women. It's not fair that you guys want to go and have these women that you didn't contribute to. You like, they weren't raised by passport bros. That's why they're submissive. They weren't influenced by none of you. So now you want to go reap the benefits of some other man's labor? And that, kid you not, this person's reply was, oh, other men, those white men, they curse their women out too. Yeah, those white women are getting cursed out too. So these men identify a submissive woman as someone who tolerates being cursed out and can still look sexy. And you know what I'm saying? Like, it's so diluted, and it's not a good thing. So it's like women have to think for themselves, what is the standard? And I also want to talk to you about the male gaze. We got to stop being subconscious, because that is the final hold that patriarchy will hold on you. You worrying about whether you look sexy, whether you have morning breath, whether you flip your hair a certain way. All of this is toxic behavior, and it's a learned helplessness where it's like, well, if you don't like this person, why do you care what they think anyways? You don't even know that guy's name, and you're thinking about if he's going to see, your butt when you're walking, if your butt is flat, or in the way we wake up, in the way we interact with strangers at the cash register. How much of ourselves are subconsciously nervous, insecure about a feature on our face that a total stranger might find unattractive? Can you imagine if men walked around that insecure and gave women that much power? We are often playing into the male gaze by being insecure, and it's the final hold that is on your life when you learn to let go of the male gaze and quit trying to cater to it and trying to please a complete stranger just because you're feminine and you're subconsciously competing with every other female. We need to stop that. If you genuinely like people, you want to give them positive vibes, positive energy. You want to do that naturally, but you don't want to be subconsciously enabling the toxic masculine identity. You don't want a man to pick up on your insecurity, because, like I said, modern men, it don't matter, old men, mountain men, they are hunters, and women are the prey. And so they're studying us 100 yards away. They can see us coming. They're going to try to put us against each other for that final hold of control, which is the male gaze. Because, why do women don't want to come off as mean and, you can't come up to us. But if you keep pitting us against other women, so one of us is going to outshine the other and be like, well, at least I was able to get on that guy's good side at the expense of your homegirl and your friends and whatnot. So we need to really focus on our subconscious plays into the male gaze. So, for example, if you're at the checkout line and there's a guy ringing you up and all of a sudden you're nervous, that's the male gaze. Because, number one, he's not your man. You don't even know his name. So when you have these guys, remember when you got out of high school and they were like, oh, that girl, she turns me off. She dresses like that. That is ugly. But the whole time, that girl was never, ever interested in you in the first place. But that guy felt entitled to judge women on how they look because he felt like the world was his oyster. He felt like everyone is trying to cater and make his ding-a-ling hard. Women, we are fed up. We don't want to have this anti-male rhetoric going on. But we got to remind ourselves on a daily basis. We got to remind ourselves, we got to stay sharp, ladies, because a lot of us are becoming unalived by these toxic relationships. Okay, we are losing our mind. We are stressing out. And you can't control somebody. You can't control another grown man. Even God can't even control you. So what makes you think you're going to go out in the world and try to change a grown man? The only thing you can change. Now, R.C. Blake's put this in my head once, and it motivated my weight loss journey. R.C. Blake's put it in my head one day that women cannot change themselves. So how are you going to change a man? You can't even change yourself. You can't even lose 10 pounds to save your life. And after I heard R.C. Blake say that, I was like, you know what? I'm going to stop expecting the men in my life to change, to put away side chicks, to quit their bad habits. And I'm going to work on changing me. I'm going to work out. I'm going to go to the gym, exercise. And I did it. And I lost over 20 pounds. And to this day, I'm keeping it off. But I had to prove to myself that I could change myself first. And in the process, I was able to get higher self-esteem, really understand my worth, and really put a lot of energy that I would usually put towards, stressing and worrying about what a man thinks. I was able to put it into me and worrying about what I think, building how I feel. And now I walk around confident with my head held high. I feel my best self now. And so no matter what a guy does, I'm still content in my soul. And that's where modern women want to get to, a safe space where they're content in who they are. Irregardless of the male gaze, irregardless of a complete stranger, if you make his ding-a-ling hard. I mean, the entitlement, guys. We have to stop with the enabling. So make sure you guys are subscribed. I'll talk to you in the next one.
I speak a love over you so powerful that he builds you up and holds you down. May the next man you love not have to win you back, because he gonna get it right the first time around. May the next time you fall in love be the one that make you understand why I ain't work with no one else. May it be a love that loves you so much that you fall in love with yourself, my love. You don't always need help. We constantly internalize the shit that they do. Sometimes you'll be trying to take accountability when it wasn't even you. Now you sitting in a chair with your therapist trying to fix yourself and get your confidence strong, trying to unpack where you went wrong when it was the nigga all along. Allow yourself the space to heal, my love. Allow yourself the time to grieve. Because sometimes the only thing you can do to fix it is pack up your things and leave. And I wish you so much safety on this journey, babe. No one has intention on saving us. So guard your heart when you go back outside, because loving men is dangerous.